Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Sophie here. I hope you're doing well. I've not been on live for a little while, so I just wanted to pop on today to talk to you about why, if you're serious about automation as a coach, if you're serious about growth, then you need automation basically, because it's got tons of benefits and it will allow you to scale without burnout basically. So if you're watching live, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're watching on replay, please give me a hashtag replay. And I hope you guys are good today. I'm a little bit tired today, actually. I went to bed last night, probably like shortly after midnight, and literally within 5 minutes of getting into bed and lying down next to Bua, he had milk as usual. And then immediately after, sat up and vomited everywhere. So that was like the next hour or two for us. So yeah, a little bit tired today, but I'm good. And I'll just get into it. Basically, in case you're wondering, automation just basically means using tools and softwares and all that kind of stuff to automate stuff, to make stuff happen automatically so that you don't have to, do it manually yourself. So there's a lot of benefits to it, basically. So first of all, robots are cheaper than people. So, if you've got a VA and you're paying a VA like, $10, $20, $30 an hour to do some work for you, then, you can actually pay like a month software to actually do the same kind of stuff for, I don't know, $5 to $10 a month. Do you know what I mean? So if you're paying one person by the hour and a robot could actually do the same job, then, you could save like 90% of the money by doing that. So it's like a massive money saver. Obviously, not everything can be automated. And my biggest advice always is if it doesn't require your brain, then obviously do outsource it as well. So I'm not saying just use automation, always use automation and have a team at the same time. So the next kind of like benefits using automation is that you can reuse absolutely anything. So, you can, once you create something once, whether it's like, a little funnel, a process, I don't know, a series of emails, anything like that, you can duplicate it, you can reuse it, rinse and repeat. And it's just like so much easier than when you're manually doing stuff, which leads me on to knowing how well stuff's performing as well. So obviously, if you're a coach, if you're promoting stuff, if you're, if you've got systems, you're trying to sell stuff, it's really important that you can see how much stuff's what you're doing is working. So if you're like doing all of your like contact and selling and promotions and everything, like directly one-to-one with people, whether it's, in the DMs, on calls and whatever, to actually track how that's working, you would need to be like constantly like manually adding to spreadsheets. You'll be able to look at exactly what you said and like, what worked and what didn't work. Whereas if you've got like an automated system in place, so, like landing pages where someone signs up to something, a set of emails that go, you can actually see, and it saves it automatically. So you can look at it without having to do any extra work. And you can actually see what's performing and what isn't performing. And that way you can just continuously tweak it, and change it. So you're not constantly like manually doing stuff differently and like never really being sure what works. So it's like there's so many different benefits to using automation. A massive one is obviously to save time, because if stuff's done automatically, then you're not doing it. For example, like I think I posted like yesterday, like, do you have systems that automatically like onboard, nurture, upsell to people? Like if you're doing all that stuff yourself, like imagine how long it takes. So, if you're manually speaking to people in messages and having to find people and outreach to them and like make a conversation and then like slip in whatever you're trying to promote to them, and then 90% of them are actually just like, nah, like don't promote to me. Whereas like if you're doing stuff like with automated systems, people will actually come to you and like take what you have to offer, and they enter your world freely rather than like you knocking on their door from cold, basically. So, and from that alone, it's like it completely turns the relationship around, because these people haven't been like forced into your world. They've actually like entered freely, and they're like in there with open eyes, willing to see what you've got, rather than like most of us, we receive like 10 to 20 cold DMs every single day from people trying to sell to us. So they're just like millions of benefits. And then obviously once you've saved your time, you can focus on the things that like really like your work. Do you know what I mean? You can work less, you can, like do different hobbies, you can, go on holidays, all that kind of stuff that, you don't, because that it's going to be working in the background, basically. So I just wanted to share that with you today because it's such a massive, like, powerful tool. And I know it kind of really overwhelms a lot of people, like, oh my God, automation systems. And it does, like, sound scary, and I completely understand why. But if if it's something you are looking into, like, if you're a coach and you are doing it all in the DMs, and you're doing a lot of like one-to-one work and a lot of manual work, and you are ready to actually take that next level and scale your business on an automated level, then on Tuesday, my event, the Evergreen Epiphany, starts. And during that training, I'm going to show you how you can shift your mindset to be able to actually work with automation, how to discover like the perfect funnel, the minimum kind of funnel that you could build for your business that's going to allow you to reach your next like goal in 2023, with like minimum effort. So we're going to cover all of that. You're going to find out, the people and the parts that should go in it. And then I'll be sharing my funnel formula. So if you actually want to come along to that, you will also get a free funnel for coming along. And the free funnel you get, it will allow you to actually generate leads, book calls, grow your like group or podcast or whatever community you want, directly from like Instagram posts, Facebook posts, stories, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really, really amazing tool. And it's literally plug and play. You add all your content in, you add your brand in, and then you've got it made. And it's going to be like, it'll be like, if you've not got anything in place already, it'll be your first step in automation. Otherwise, it will just be an amazing tool you can use to accelerate whatever you're doing already. So you will actually get that included for free if you join my event as a thank you for taking part. And what I'll do is I'll leave the link below in the comments and I'm live in a couple of different places at the moment. So I'll leave the link below. And then if you do want to join us, so we start on Tuesday, but sign up now, and I cannot wait to see you guys then. So if you've got any questions, let me know. And otherwise, have a beautiful day, and I will speak to you soon. All right, lots of love.